Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Miss Shirley. I am Miss Shirley. And I'm here to tell you guys about what you need to hear from your higher self regarding your self-love. Okay, regarding self-love. I was gonna title this self-love messages from your higher self. Yes. I'm like, what was I gonna call it? Anyways, but yeah, I definitely wanted to speak on this again because I did a reading or like a video about this before, but that was like months ago, and I feel like I've grown as a person since then. I've grown spiritually, emotionally since then, and I feel like we can get some more information now. Okay. Oh, but definitely I feel like uh we've been I well, me personally, I've been out of that phase of or that stage of self-love to where um I was starting to realize a lot of things about myself and realize that I truly did not, it's not that I hated myself, it was just that I believed all these things that people have told me about myself. Okay, and that's also a reason why we need to know ourselves 100%. And people may say, yeah, I know myself, but when it comes to it, they really don't. They can't even like when they're I see all these memes like before I cleaned out my social media. I would see memes of like people making fun of how they don't love themselves, and it's like, no, that's the we as a collective, we need to start appreciating ourselves, um because that's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel um like you deserve all this shit that they're going to throw at you, okay? But and we don't deserve this. That's the thing. They want you to be in a terrible state of mind, in an unhealthy state of mind, so that they can do whatever they like. Um, and if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Okay. Also, this can also just be for any, and also this doesn't only have to be what I'm talking about. This can also mean for anybody toxic in your life. They want you to believe all these lies about yourself. They want you to believe, they want to see you down. They want to see you down. They want to see you in your worst state, okay? And that's why we need to love ourselves, forgive ourselves when first and foremost, learn to forgive ourselves. I think that's the stage I was at when I made this video back a couple months. I was definitely learning how to forgive myself for a lot of things that I used to do. I definitely had to reprogram a lot. And I still am, this is a constant thing. This is constantly healing these traumas, because if it's one thing, if it's not one thing, it's another thing. And it's not something that you should feel upset about, or that you should feel like it's a lot to handle, because in reality, this is something that's going to make life easier. So facing all those fears that we have about ourselves is something that's also going to help us in this journey, in this self-love journey, okay? So, oh, okay. So I also said I'm not sure if I said this, but I have some crystals here if you wanted to check them out. go to your local crystal store or go online and find some at an authentic store to get like, you know, real crystals. Don't get no fake shit. But we have the rose quartz, the OG. Okay, this is, everybody says it's pretty basic. I don't know who says that, honestly. But it's pretty mainstream, I guess. But it's powerful. It's so powerful. Like this, I will always use a rose quartz whenever I feel down. And like whenever I want to start feeling myself, I definitely get a rose quartz and a jade. Jade is something else, okay? Jade definitely makes you feel like a bad bitch sometimes, okay? That's the only way I can explain it. We also have the bumblebee jasper. Okay, let me bring these out. So this is the My Rose quartz from Guatemala. I also have the bumblebee jasper. I just got this. This has been calling my name out. This, I remember the first time I went to a crystal store, the lady was like, I know what crystal you need. And she's like a bumblebee jasper, and it looked cool and everything, but I just thought she was trying to finesse me, just trying to get some money off of me. But it's like I don't think I was ready for it at the same time. I look back and I don't think I was ready for this crystal, okay? I definitely needed to grow more in order to really appreciate the bumblebee jasper. So this crystal it's for your confidence. It helps encourage happiness and joy, and also it helps you to rely on yourself during changes, okay? So definitely, I love this. This is great. This is one of my top 5. We also have a honey calcite crystal. This is for this increases your self-worth. It helps you trust yourself while making decisions, and it harnesses your personal power. So this was one of my OGs. I've had this for 2 years now. Okay, this is one of my OGs for real. And this definitely helped me harness that personal power that was hidden deep inside of me. And it finally, it's like when, you know, when you're like, when you're digging and you finally hit that spot and it's like the shovel does like a clink. It's like that. Okay, we finally got there with the help of the honey calcite. It also helps encourage the state of relaxation. Okay, some of you guys don't like to relax. Some of you guys really just want to keep on going. Some of you guys don't even think you deserve relaxation. And some of you guys don't even think you deserve this anything, honestly. Some of you guys don't even think you deserve anything nice, all right? And that is something that we definitely need to heal. We need to understand, where did that come from? Where did we hear this from? Who was the first person to tell us that we didn't deserve it, that we didn't deserve anything? And, you know, and those are great questions to ask yourself, and then journal this out. Really write down like literally everything that comes into mind, in order for you to really process everything that crosses your mind during those few minutes, you know. So ask yourself that question and write out everything that you have in mind. And me, I would be afraid to really write down everything, because it's like I'd be afraid that somebody was gonna look at my stuff. But then I ask myself, I'm like, I'm grown as fuck. Who is gonna look through my stuff? Nobody. I can literally write down anything I like, I feel, and nobody's gonna look at it. Nobody's gonna look at it. Nobody's gonna find it. Nobody's gonna, you know, gonna hold it against you, because it's only for your eyes. It's only for you. That's up to you whether you would like to share it with others. But if you know that nobody's gonna look at it, try to remind yourself that nobody's gonna look at it, so you can truly be 100% authentic while writing that down. Okay, let's get into this reading though. I'm already 11 minutes in. Definitely. So we've definitely grown. We've grown a lot since, I'm not sure when, but we've grown a lot in this past couple months. I'm hearing in the past couple years as well. We took a dive into the unknown, and it's like we're not coming back, because we like it here. Okay, we definitely figured some stuff out about ourselves that we actually enjoy. We figured out how to water ourselves. Okay, we also figured out what keeps us happy. Okay, it's like sometimes we're happy, but then it goes away because we don't know how to stay happy. And that's also something that you could be learning, or you have already learned. So you've learned how to keep yourself happy during certain times, okay? Especially with this quarantine time. You've had some time for yourself, and I feel like after that quarantine, actually, I feel like that quarantine was the catalyst that really brought you to stay with yourself. We were by ourselves 100%. We did not have contact with anybody. We were probably with our family members or our roommates, but we were not with but we still had enough time to get to know ourselves more. And I feel like during that time you learned a lot about yourself. You learned I'm also getting some boundaries. You learned some boundaries, and you possibly are learning how to put up those boundaries. Yeah, you learn how to put up those boundaries. I'm definitely already getting that you found the light. You found the light in yourself. You found the light in yourself, and you're pouring into yourself, and you're letting it grow. You're pouring into yourself because you know what's going to grow. You know what's going to grow now because you know yourself. Okay, if I continue on doing this, it's going to turn out like that. If I it's like your worth. You know your worth. You know what's going to happen if you continue on doing for example, you know what's going to happen if you continue on going out for walks. You're going to get more grounded. You're going to feel much better because you're letting the sun hit you. You're absorbing the sun's energy. You're also getting a breath of fresh air. So it's like you're also getting some exercise in, and you realized that just by going out on a walk, you're getting so many benefits, and it also makes you feel better at the end of the day. Okay. So definitely learning what we like about ourselves. We learned what we like to do. We learned certain behaviors as well. We figured out what behaviors were essentially blocking us, blocking our blessings. We learned what behaviors needed to leave because it was what was blocking us from truly forgiving ourselves. Okay, so you probably kept on doing a behavior and then you would use that behavior against yourself. And then that's when you realize, like, hey, this behavior is actually making me feel bad about myself. I need to stop doing this. This is not worth my time anymore. This is not worth my energy anymore. So definitely leaving shit behind that was not going to help you. Leaving shit behind that was not going to help you continue on fucking with yourself, I'm hearing. Continuing on loving on yourself. I'm also feeling like crying. Okay, there was a lot of tears shed here. You shed a lot of tears in order for you to feel this way. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm hearing no tears left to cry. Honestly, I've never even listened to that song, or I think it's an album. I don't know. That's funny. But yes, like we've cried so much to where whatever used to make us cry, it does not make us cry anymore because we know that we don't deserve to keep that around. Talking to myself. But for real, so definitely going into a new beginning of happiness and joy, of self-preservation. I'm also getting so we're preserving our energy and we're taking care of our body. So for example, when you need to rest, you rest. When you feel down, you give your space. You give yourself that space to slow down and take a look and see what's going on. You also give yourself that space to cry still. Or you learned how to give yourself that space because you couldn't cry. You felt kind of shameful when you did have to cry, or when you did want to cry about this. You would stop yourself and just put those tears back, but it came to a certain point to where you just couldn't handle it anymore, and you fell to the ground and you just had to let it go and release. And I feel like that was really a changing moment for you. That was a game changer, simply because that was like a lot of tears. That was a lot of tears. That was a lot of releasing that you finally let go of. I'm hearing some of you guys haven't cried in years, and this was the first time you were able to cry. Okay. Yes. Also, okay, moving on. Yes, moving on. So keep on doing what you need to be doing. Okay, keep on doing what you have been doing. And I said what you need to be doing because some of you guys know what you need to be doing and you're not doing it. Because you probably feel like you're not getting any results. You're not getting instant results. And that's the thing. It's not about instant results anymore. We're growing away from that because we learned that instant results does not bring longevity. We need to truly sit still with ourselves and learn more. Hold on. I don't have like an incense holder, so I use a shell that I found. Thank you Mother. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what I was talking about, but let's move on. So also self-forgiveness is something that we need to talk about, because a lot of you guys have not forgiven yourself for needing to move on. You probably needed to move on from somebody, but you needed to move on in order for you to truly understand your self-worth. You need to lose that person. Not even, you didn't lose this person. Scratch that. You did not lose this person. Because essentially it was for the good. It was for good. It was for a good reason. Give me a second. Needed to lose this person so you know what not to attract again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's basically needed to lose yourself so you can really understand that we're not doing that again. That's just what I was hearing, and that I can't. I'm like, how do I word that? All I'm hearing is we're not doing that again. I'm better than that. Okay, so your higher self is telling you, I'm better than that. We're not doing this again. Not in a million years. I don't care who it is. I deserve better. We deserve better, Shirley. Oop, we deserve better. Whoever, whatever your name is. The collective deserves better, okay? Your higher self is telling you, no. We are this way because God made us this way, okay? So definitely having to understand that we're not going to change. We're not going to conform to nobody's expectations of us. 2244. We're not going to change our expectation, or we're not going to change for somebody else's expectations, okay? We are us. You are you. I am me. And nobody else is going to change that. You're not going, nothing's going to change just because that person don't like you. You can't change just because we're not changing for nothing, okay? That's just what the message gonna be. We're not gonna change for nobody, okay? And that starts with self-forgiveness, self-acceptance, okay? Accept ourselves for how we truly are, because we're not going to change. Each one of us are so unique, okay? We each, like even twins, they're very unique in their own personalities, in their own way of thinking. Things are different, okay? Also, so in me in my head, and like thinking in terms of astrology, their birth time could be different. You can have the same birthday as somebody. Your birth times can be different. The location is different. And that's something I was also thinking. Sorry, I'm just going to bring this up, and this has nothing to do with this. But it's like, what if all those babies, like, would you have the same personality as all those babies that was born the same exact time that you were in that hospital? I don't know. Okay. That was just, I don't know. That was just my head trying to come back. Okay. Anyways, so keep doing what we're doing, because in the end, we're gonna come out stronger. This is also, we could have also just came out of a hard time. You could have been feeling down, been feeling gloomy. But because you learned how to keep yourself happy, you started using those things. You know, you learned this and now you're putting it to use. You're actually using these things, which is helping you overcome these fears. We're using what we've learned about ourselves in the past couple months, and now we're putting it to use. Okay? We're no longer keeping things inside. We're no longer trying to keep the peace, because that's just going to create internal stress, internal hardship. I'm hearing. I honestly don't even know what that means. Internal hardship, I feel like that just means that we're hard on ourselves. Okay. Yeah, so exactly. So it says, like, generosity. What good is treasure if you keep it to yourself? What good is that information if you're not using it? Yeah. And like how I said that we just got out of this hard phase, hard times, hard mood, like we had some, like, a lot of mood swings come at us. In this past couple weeks, there was a lot of mood swings to where you felt down and you felt like you were going backwards. But rest assured that also healing is not you're just gonna go straight all the time. Sometimes we have to take a step back to reassess where we are in our healing, to see if we need to work on certain those things again. Okay, to double check and see if we really did heal like how we said we did. So and then keeping it in mind that we've gotten through worse in the past. This is just something mild I'm getting. This is something mild. We've gone through worse emotions. We've gone through worse emotions that really had us down. Like, that really had you guys down. I'm saying us because I'm also speaking to myself. That really had us down. We was down and we was down before. Now we learned. We've accepted ourselves for how we are. We forgave ourselves for many things. And now we've moved on from that, yes. And sometimes those moods are going to come back, but in a more mild sense. It's not going to come back full force because we did heal, but it's going to come back in like a watered down emotions, and in like a watered down way, because it's just our minds. Our minds are literally, our human brains are meant to be always on alert. We're like, the brain was, no, I'm not going to talk about that. Sorry. But see, I lost it because then I started talking about let me reel my thought back in. basically, we hold the key to our happiness. We have the key to our happiness. It's just whether or not we're going to use the key. Are we going to use the key to keep ourselves happy during this time? Because we were a little down. We were a little bit down. You possibly felt like you weren't going anywhere because you were having those moods again. But you're having those moods again because it's trying to see how well you healed, and also to see if you're going to use those what you learned. Or is she going to, did she understand what we were trying to teach her? Like, yeah, does he, she, they, do they understand what we've been trying to teach them this whole time? Are they actually going to use it this time? That's what and it's not in that tone. It's just the tone that I have, like, when I'm channeling. That tone was really, like, annoying. Like, they sounded mad. They're not mad. It's just like, I don't know. Sorry. Anyways. Okay, also, another message is that we've been really strong during these past couple times. We've been really strong because, like I said, even if we've been triggered a lot lately. Whoa. We've been triggered a lot lately, and we've been triggered a lot lately, and it's something that it's going to occur. That's just going to keep on occurring, until you truly learned how to deal with it. Okay. Yes, you're going to keep on getting triggered until you learn how to not get triggered again. And that's because we're just, okay, work with me. Give me a second. Like, because I'm also talking to myself, like, this is also, like, I feel like I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, just give me a second. I lost my train of thought. Okay, so I'm also getting putting on some self-love frequencies while sleeping. Putting on those frequencies while sleeping, because that's like, I'm like, something with your brain waves. That's how it's going to reprogram it. Okay. Yes. Sorry, I'm just quiet because I'm trying to see, like, okay, what else? I'm like waiting. Okay, going back to where you feel like you haven't progressed as much, like how you think you have, you really had. It's just you're getting triggered at this moment. You will be getting triggered. It's just the universe. It's just the universe doing what it got to do. Okay, it's just checking. It's like a checkup. It's trying to see, okay, is she gonna fall for this again? Are they gonna fall for this again? You know, we're getting, we're gonna start we're gonna start getting these opportunities to where we have to prove that we did the work. We're going to get these opportunities to prove that we do love ourselves, that we did grow, that we did grow emotionally. We did grow since that situation I'm hearing, since that happened. Okay, I'm feeling this can also be the time span from one triggering moment to another triggering moment. Okay, it's like it's becoming less and less painful, less and less painful, because we are learning, we're understanding the simple purpose of it. We're understanding the purpose as to why we are getting triggered. And just simply knowing why we're getting triggered, that's going to help us a lot. Okay, like asking yourself, why do I feel so triggered? What is triggering me right now? Why do I feel so triggered? Most of all, why do I feel so triggered right now? Okay, and then also nurturing yourself when you do feel like that. Nurturing yourself when you do feel like that, because after all, you're just a human. You're a person. After all, we do have feelings. And we need to understand that when we nurture ourselves, it's like telling our brain, yeah, I care about me. I care about me enough to where I'm telling myself, it's okay. It's all right. To where I'm telling myself, I forgive myself. To where I'm telling myself, like I'm telling myself all these positive affirmations. And I feel like we're at this point in our journey to where we actually believe it. You started just saying these random sentences. It was random to you, but it was random and you didn't believe it, but you kept on saying it. And after a certain time period, it just worked. It just clicked. And you truly do believe those affirmations that you're telling yourself. You truly do believe that you are worth it, that you are the shit, that you are who you say you are. Also, don't be afraid to dive deeper. There's also, we're going to be, a lot of people are going to be getting thrown thrown to get deeper within and truly recognize. Hold on, I'm getting a deja vu moment. Hold up. Truly recognize I don't know, the deja vu moment is that I remember I was like, I swear I did a reading like this before, because I remember, anyways. But basically what I'm trying to say is that how do you really know that you're healing if you don't get triggered again and then see where you are at? So at the same time, we need to get triggered to see where we are in our journey. I feel like I said this already, maybe. Yes, we're gonna get thrown deeper into our subconsciousness to see those dark spots that we missed, those corners that we didn't go into. Okay, it's like now we lit the room up. The room is lit, but there's still some corners that we have not gotten to yet. And that's something that we're going to be working on in the future. I'm just going to say upcoming. It's coming, okay? Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Because after that does happen, you're going to come out feeling like a new person. You're going to come out feeling like brand new. You're going to come out feeling a lot better. Yeah, you're going to come out feeling a lot better. Okay? We're going to be healing. We're going to be healing those. Also, we're going to be healing some stuff that we didn't even know was there. Because we made a deal. Not a deal. We've had some conversations with our shadows, and some of them, we tamed some of them. It's just now we're now, because we started talking, we already made friends with the original shadows that were there. And now we're getting to know all the other little shadows that we still have to get to know and understand and accept and forgive and then integrate. It's a fun time. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Trust me. Because after everything, it's gonna be a great time. Like this card says, after each rainstorm, there will be clear skies. Okay, and also you're going to get to a phase, or in a new. Sorry, I keep on saying phases. We're going to get to a place in our lives to where we can also uplift others and help others. We can also help people who were. We're going to relate to people who felt like how you do. You're going to relate to the people who feel like you do. And then you're going to help them get to where you are now. Yeah. Okay? So believe in yourself. Okay? You are a healer out here. Okay? You are a healer. You are making things happen. You're healing things that nobody else in your family has healed. Okay, they haven't even became aware that they have to heal this. They just be like, it's who I am, and that's how I was born. Like, no, that type of stuff. But yeah, hopefully you got some messages out of here. I know I did, even through talking about this. Clearly it was. So hopefully you got the message that you needed to hear, even with my rambling and my awkward periods of silence. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day, and yeah, thanks.